Okay, I figured I'd start uploading a few because I think we're almost done. So. Once we get this guy done. Ah, back to the jagged pieces. See, maybe I can wrap my head around these more than I can wrap my head around, like, the actual puzzle pieces. That dog sound is actually really creepy. And yeah, I was probably smart to, like, save this until now. Hi! Just gluing together your tombstone, whoever you are. Ah, here we go. Let me see where that goes. See exactly where that goes, actually. Wait, maybe more. Jitter a bit. Ah, bingo, there we go. Hello. I'm from the Tomb Repair Service. Your tombstones are pretty fucked up. I see where it goes now. It looked too big, but it wasn't. Yet not a cloud in the sky. Of course. And this is where it becomes a pain in the butt. You know, thinking on it, Wash with Pete's plan had a terrible flaw if he was trying to keep from, like, being convicted of murder. Like, you notice how he had to kill all these other people just to keep from being convicted of the murder of a little girl, which is, like, you know, despite how we claim, you know, we all, like, have equal feelings for people, like most of us, and I'm sure they do too, but the idea of killing a little girl tends to be a bit more distasteful than killing an adult, mainly because, you know, a kid can't really defend themselves in general, so the fuck is a little girl gonna do? At least in this particular mindset at the time. Like, nowadays, I would hope it's a little more enlightened, but even if it's not, still that whole, what the fuck is the little kid gonna do? Sorry. Distractions everywhere. So really all he had to do to keep from being arrested was to threaten the kid, going, you know, if you tell, you may get hurt very badly, or I may hurt your mommy and daddy very badly, and it'll be all your fault. The way a little kid's head works, that would be really effective. So, I mean, clearly he didn't give a rat's ass one way or the other, because he, you know, he happily killed, like, people who could have, like, put him at the scene of the crime, because... But let's be honest here, he probably would have been better off just threatening the little girl, not actually killing her, and he probably would have gotten away with the murder scot-free. Nancy Dupree. Nancy Dupree, the Bodie Elementary School teacher, hung herself after reportedly encouraging Evelyn Myers to testify against Washoe Pete for the murder investigation. This one was not... She was, like, the youngest so far, aside from Evelyn herself, as far as I can see. She was, like, in her 20s. This one was a suicide out of guilt. So this is another freebie for Washoe. One was stupidity, and one was... I semi-killed Evelyn, so I need to hang myself, even though it really wasn't her fault. She was telling Evelyn to do the right thing, basically. How much time did this one take? Not as much as I thought. So we do have time for another. Of course she has the nooses. She hung herself. They look more like tennis rackets, though. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. They look like tennis rackets. But yeah, the teacher blamed herself. Another one wearing it as a ring, so a bit of a copy, but... Progress! Like I said, that is our progress bar. It does not tick down. That one's kind of far away. We're down a hint. Not really low on him, we're just kind of down one because we needed it. I forgot to check all the deaths again. Oops. Well, we'll get one more after this, so we'll, like, check them all. And so we have an official suicide now, though. We have one suicide, which is kind of interesting to think about. It's a very pretty lock. Not as cool as my doorbell, though. I have, like, a little, winged kitty doorbell. Subtle, but cute. So, let's see. Birdcage, a couple of feathers, a couple of beetles, a couple of geckos. Animal skull, voodoo doll, ornamental dagger. Cowboys, welcome. Not anymore. like drowned out by the cheesy "Ooh, I'm a spooky ghost" noise. And that's a little disappointing. Just myself, it's also late at night, so yeah, you heard a yawn. I'm sorry. If you could hear it. But I'm a spooky ghost. I am sorry, that woo is not creepy. That is not scary. That is comical. That is funny. Though I've been told I've done a creepy little girl quite well. In fact, I may demo it at some point just to see what you guys think. What is the stuff? Everyone do the ghost dance and prance. I'm sorry, I'm having way too much fun. That is not spoopy. It's not spooky, it's not spoopy, it's not anything, it's just silly. Ooh, I am a spoopy ghost. But again, this is an older game, so, you know, I wouldn't say it'd be scary at the time either, because, I mean, for God's sakes, we had Silent Hill and stuff like that, but for what it was probably... Sorry. Late night is finally getting to me. Sleep's been kind of weird for me lately because of, like, basement work and stuff, but they should be done soon. They've been working on it for a while. I don't tend to do Let's Plays when they're here, like I should when I'm more awake. I'm gonna do a quick shower before bed then. But that's more because I may need to be around. Again, I apologize. I'll need to be, like, around and, like, available to talk to. And I'd rather not pause a Let's Play and, like, dash, run, panic, that sort of thing. Because that's kind of why I'm on lockdown when, like, a house is being repaired, because... Oh, fuck, I'm gonna be here all day if I don't do this. Okay, that's what happens when you click one too many times and you fail. But it... God damn it, where does it want me to click? Oh. Spider was a little bit off that time. That was hard to see. I couldn't even see it. Anyway, I was gonna say, I don't want to be, like, not available. We're almost done. What was I saying? I would rather not be not available to the workers if they need to ask me, say, a question or something. And it is kind of, in part, my job as, like, I guess you could say I'm, like, the head female of the household. Since I'm the only girl in the household. So the job kind of falls onto me to, Okay, that helps. Where's the ghost? There we go. But as I was saying, it falls onto me to actually deal with the workers while I'm home. Hey, I think that's old Pete. Yeah, that's definitely Pete. Good old Pete. Good old butt-munching piece of shit child-murdering Pete. So yeah, those little sound bites we heard, you know, you'll never get out of here. Was our first sound sample of Washoe Pete. Which means we are fairly close to the end of this game. Part of me wants to say finally, and part of me wants to kind of be sad about it, because, like I said, I do enjoy this game. It's just, you know, I've been kind of stymied a couple of times, but not terribly. And yeah, there's no, like, skip puzzle or anything. How old school is this game? You're wondering. Well... Thank you, Pete. Your commentary is as colorful as your crime spree. You know I was putting that in, right? I just didn't want to go in. Emmett Perry. Okay, it looked like Pervy. Another one fallen down the mine shaft at the tender age of 23. This one actually gave a specific age, which is kind of funny. Emmett was supposedly to have exchanged fighting words with Washoe Pete. Okay. I understand Washoe... Something about his tombstone. I'll be quiet at some point, just let him talk, but let me finish this. 3 people basically poked Pete. And he supposedly made the map leading to the pickaxe, the murder weapon, which, okay, yeah, Pete had a reason to kill him, but 3 of these people deliberately poked at the guy who was probably going to kill them anyway and just gave him an excuse. And apparently Pete had a penchant for the mine shaft because he pushed like 3 people down it. Gotta find lanterns. But first we're gonna listen to see what Pete says. Because... apologize for the waiting, but I actually want to know what he's saying. That one part is like really hard to understand. Like, just which one? I guess which one of my those tombstones is mine? You'll never get out of here alive. Wrong! I will get out of here very alive, and I will figure out which tombstone is yours. One more map piece. We have 3 more tombstones. So let's look at the deaths so far. We have Rosa May, who basically died under mysterious circumstances, so we don't know if that was a murder via, I guess, poisoning, or if she just died of old age, because her age does indicate she could have done that, like, just died of a disease. Elfrod, basically, he was just minding his own business, even though he knew who the, he knew about a map that would identify Evelyn's killer and was pushed down a mine shaft or slipped on some ice during... Actually thinking about it... Bodie, California would have been fairly warm in April, I would think, you know, noting California's climate. So I'm more inclined to believe that he was pushed. He was shoved down the mine shaft. So... I'll count this one as a murder, but it, due to, like, the possibility, I guess they saw ice or something, they went, maybe. So I'm leaning more toward murder with that one. Hearing Post pretty much, drunkenly said, you know, he killed Evelyn Myers and tried to kill Pete, so he provoked him, basically. So he got shot for his trouble. Carson was one of 2. These are clearly fucking murders by Pete. During a killing spree. Eleanor was another one that could have been, you know, suicide, or, you know, Pete shoved the poison down her throat somehow. I would have loved to see how he did that to be flat. Nancy, suicide. Like, legit, just fucking suicide. Evelyn was obviously a murder. AC, I swear to God, did something really stupid and gave Pete a free... So, Pete got 2 freebies. One from stupidity and one from suicide. We have another provocation. So that is 2 provocations. He was stepping back. I thought there was like another one that I missed. No. Did a stupid... Ah, here we go. Fighting Words with Pete. Like, this is like the... I think like the most recent one we did, or this period. It was the most recent one we did. So this one kind of went... I know you killed her, and... Oh no, he's the one who said Pete cheated at poker. So they completely unrelated. Probably wasn't even going to say, Pete killed Evelyn because he didn't want to die, and just accused Pete of cheating at poker instead, which at the time would have gotten you shot. So yes, I know I'm rolling hints because if we'll find the flies, then I'll check the time. So that's 3 provocations, 1 suicide, 1 freebie. Let's do flat. Right, 1 provocation, 1 possible accidental, 1 possible old age, 2 clearly freaking murders, aside from Evelyn, and 1 either poisoning or suicide. So Washu Pete really didn't kill a lot of... Well, he did, but... thinking on it, he wasn't exactly as brutal as one would have been inclined to believe originally, because holy crap. And 1 mineshaft, either accident or Pete pushed him. So either Pete had the devil's luck, so to speak, or was very good at murder, or this was a town of stupid people. I'm not exactly leaning toward the last one, because they were smart enough to write down where the murder weapon was and show exactly where it was. It's just Pete was smart enough to know that if that map was found, he probably would have been implicated in the murder. We're doing this again. Hang on, since I have to check the time eventually anyway. Actually, we are out of time, so I'll find the last fly off screen and then we'll go into the house. So I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!